everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this is going to be a revisit to my Wilhelt the Rotcleaver deck. I recently got some cards for it and tuned it up to be a little bit more powerful. So to start it off, Wilhelt the Rotcleaver is a 3/3 for 2 generic, a blue and a black. He is a legendary creature zombie warrior, and whenever another zombie you control dies, if it didn't have Decayed, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a zombie. If you do, draw a card. This is a zombie high power combo deck. So, what combos are in here? Well, first off, Rooftop Storm. What are we trying to get out besides any other regular zombie? Well, we're trying to throw out Acerak, the Arc-Lich. And what we're going to do with Acerak is we're just going to keep constantly playing him until we throw all of our opponents' life totals away. And we're not going to be going through the Tomb of Annihilation. We're going to be going through the Lost Mine of Phandelver. So as you progress through this one, if you look at the dark pool, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. That's where we're going to make our dividends at with this combo. We're going to constantly run through the dungeon, make treasure, scry, and make all of our opponents lose life. And hopefully by the end of it, we don't have to draw more than what we have in cards left in our deck. The next one will be joining Wilhelt with Poppet Stitcher. And as it flips into Poppet Factory, we'll be able to make 3/3 zombies with no abilities. That way we can sacrifice them to the blasting station and ping everybody to death. And then we have the Grave Crawler in the deck, so we can go infinite with a ham sandwich. Some of our sacrifice outlets will be Carrion Feeder, Altar of Dementia, which we can also use with Poppet Stitcher to mill our opponents out. And the beautiful Phyrexian Altar. Then we have another small combo with a sacrifice outlet that produces mana with Liliana and Shambling Gasp, because when it dies, it's going to create a treasure. And if we use Liliana's -3 ability, we can bring Shambling Gasp back with the treasure and just mill our opponents out. And some of the ends we're playing too are with Torma the Desecrator. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. If we get it going right, we can make hordes of zombies and mill or kill our opponents. Meat Hook Massacre deals damage for whenever a creature we control dies to our opponents. Oops, excuse me. And whenever opponent creature control dies, we gain a life. Diregraph Captain gives our zombies +1/+1 and deals a damage to target opponent, or they lose a life. Same thing with the Vengeful Dead. They lose a life if it or another zombie is put into a graveyard, and that is any zombie. So if somebody else is playing zombies, we're going to be doing it there too. Plague Belcher for 2 and a black does the same thing, kind of sorta. It enters, puts 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature, and whenever another zombie we control dies, each opponent loses a life. So how are we going to get to these powerful pieces, these multitude of things we can massacre our opponents with? Well, we got to have some ramp, and I did not skip out on the ramp for this deck. Starting with Chrome Mox, that beautiful foiled Jeweled Lotus, a Lotus Petal, a Mana Crypt, a Mox Opal, a Mana Vault, Soul Ring, a Dark Ritual, Arcane Signet, Dimir Signet, Felwar Stone, Liquid Metal Torque, Mind Stone, and the Talisman of Dominance. Now we do have a few other cards in the theme of the deck, even though it's a little trying to be a try-hard CDH deck. We have Draugr Thought Thief to alleviate our opponents of any good cards that may be on the top. Crypt Breaker could be considered card draw if you can have enough zombies on the battlefield to draw cards. Jadar Ghoulcaller Nephalia makes extra tokens, so it allows us to an extra token, so that way it allows us to flip the Poppet Stitcher. The Lazotep Reaver makes a token to help the Poppet Stitcher and to make another body for a sacrifice. Undead Augur helps with card draw, even though we lose life. Digraph Colossus just makes a really big creature whenever it is cast if you got a bunch of zombies in your graveyard, and whenever you cast a zombie spell, like say you're flickering the Gravecrawler, you just make tons of mana. Murderous Rider doubles as removal along with lifelink. And then Graft Harvest, because we just want our zombies to get through if we hoard the board, as you might want to say. Now we're going to get into our card advantage, card draw, and card selection. Starting off with Brainstorm, Consider, Mystical Tutor, Mystic Remora, Preordain, Imperial Seal, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Wishclaw Talisman, Fabricate for those artifact combo pieces, Frantic Search to help, you never know when you might need it, and Ristic Study. Let me angle this light up just a little bit, see if that helps alleviate that any. Lean that over just a hair. That's a little better. And now we get into removal. And Black Blue is the best at removal and counter spells, so we got a whole swath of them for the deck. Mental Misstep, Miscast, Swan Song, Counterspell, Cyclonic Rift to help secure a good board state. Mana Drain is a very recent include. I just picked that up not too long ago. Negate, Reality Shift, Unsubstantiate can help bring one of those horrible cards that can't be countered. Just bring it back to your hand. It's alright. Feed the Swarm, Infernal Grasp, Fierce Guardianship, Force of Negation, Supreme Will, and Toxic Deluge for a board wipe. Now let us get into the non-basics of the deck, starting out with our fetches. Starting out with Verdant Catacombs, Polluted Delta, Misty Rainforest, and Flooded Strand. And what are these fetches going to get? Well, they're going to get an Underground Sea, a Watery Grave, and then we have Fable Passage for a few basics. Then we have cards like Sunken Ruins, Underground River, Command Tower, Reflecting Pool. Forbidden Orchard I recently picked up not too long ago. If you follow my shorts, you'll see that when I got this. Clearwater Pathway, Shipwreck Marsh. Cavern of Souls is a great pickup for this deck. And Gemstone Caverns. And then we get into some more of the utility cards of the land base, like Urborg to help fix our black land. Crystal Vein does double if you sacrifice it. Ancient Tomb, Unholy Grotto, Emergent Zone so we can play at flash speed, and then Bajuka Bog. I really appreciate everybody that likes, comments, and everybody that's subscribed to the channel. I can't say it enough. And if you have any upgrades that you think the deck might need to help push it just a little bit farther, let me know down in the comments below. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I can't say it enough. But that is it, and I'll see you guys next time in the graveyard.